Good day, everyone. This is Tina, and I'll be conducting today's orientation. So, first, I'll give you the overview, the values, and the benefits of the TOEFL assessment. To get started, kindly give us a like or a follow on our Facebook page that is at TOEIC.PrincetonPH if you want to find out more updates and information about the exam. Just a brief background about who we are. We are Princeton Assessments and Training Incorporation, formerly Hopkins International Partners. We are the Philippine representative of ETS to deliver the TOEFL test. ETS is an organization that develops and administers world-renowned standardized exams such as the TOEIC, the SAT, and the Praxis. Alongside, we have Saville Assessment. This is a company that matches an individual's skills, abilities, and potential fit within an organization. Being our goal here is to bridge the gap between institutions and future employers. Now, let me share with you some of our partner schools. So as you can see, there are now a lot of universities who already adopted the use of the TOEFL test to ensure that their students are at par with international standards. However, we are not only limited to academic institutions, since we also have here our industry partners. These multinational companies equally recognize the importance of the TOEIC and the TOEFL test results as it is now a part of their hiring or application process. Let's learn more about the TOEFL test. So as you can see here, there are different tests that comprise the TOEFL assessment series, namely the TOEFL ITP, TOEFL Primary, and TOEFL Junior. TOEFL stands for the Test of English as a Foreign Language, and the TOEFL ITP is a leading English proficiency testing for ages 16 and above. Now, aside from the TOEFL score that you will be receiving, which is already a valuable tool, you will also have your Lexile and CFR level. The Lexile score helps individuals find the right books at the right reading level. On the other hand, the CFR level will help you identify your language ability, and these scores are useful for international benchmarking, meaning you will be able to evaluate or check your level in comparison to a global standard. TOEFL uses academic English, so most of the setting and vocabulary are common within school environment. TOEFL assessment series is based on the age of the test taker rather than the grade level, since language is greatly influenced by the year of immersion and usage. So here you see the different TOEFL tests with CFR equivalent. On the right side, TOEFL ITP Level 1 test scores range from A2 to C1 level. Taking the TOEFL test will give you an edge through an English certification that is internationally recognized. Here are the other uses of a TOEFL score. So once the score reports are received, it can be used to compare with the student's ability. Moreover, it's helpful in terms of global standards, readiness, and to utilize for admission in international universities. Now, this is the TOEFL orientation. So given the level of the test takers, level 1 intermediate to advanced will be offered. So it marks 3 sections in communication. That's the listening, reading, lastly is the structure and written expression. So listening will be under a neutral accented narrator, reading on comprehension, structure and written expression focus on grammar and vocabulary. Now let me show you the test structure. So on the left side, that's the 3 section of the TOEFL ITP that you will be taking. We also have here the number of items per section, your testing time, and lastly is the score scale range. So the test runs for a total of 1 hour and 55 minutes. TOEFL ITP Level 1 test scores are determined by the number of correct responses on each section and is converted to a score scale of 30 to 60 points. The total score can be achieved by adding the three section scale scores, multiplying the sum by 10, and then dividing by 3. So that's how you get your TOEFL ITP score. Now let me give you a breakdown of each section, starting with the listening. So the listening tests measure how well you understand spoken English. So again, there will be 50 items with a time limit of 35 minutes. During the test, you will hear recordings of different talks and discussions. Then following each audio, you will hear a question or a number of questions. So what you have to do is choose the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. Now let's take a look at an example.
I don't like this painting very much.
Neither do I. What does the man mean?
So that is what you will hear, and you will now answer the question provided in your test booklet. Next, let's have structure and written expression. So this measures the basic language skills of grammar and vocabulary. It has 40 questions and you only have 25 minutes to accomplish this section. Read each sentence and select the appropriate word or phrase to form a complete sentence. Additionally, in another format, you also need to select one incorrect word from a sentence. Now let's take a look at sample number 1. And this is sample number 2. Lastly, the reading comprehension section measures how much you read and comprehend the given text. This time, you have 55 minutes to answer 50 items. After you read each passage, read the questions that follow and the 4 possible answers. Let's take a look at the sample question. And that's the format of your TOEFL ITP exam. So upon the completion of your test, you will be given a TOEFL certificate and a TOEFL ITP score report. So this is what you will see, your overall score, and then the breakdown of each section together with score description. The validity of the test is for 2 years, and if there is a need for you to take the test again, it should be in between 28 days, so you have enough preparation and see significant changes in your test results. With that being said, we also offer intervention programs to our TOEFL test takers. The goal of the intervention program is to further enhance students' communication skill. So make sure that you utilize this as it comes together with your TOEFL exam. So for a quick recap, TOEFL ITP is the most widely respected academic English test recognized by 2,500 institutions in 50 plus countries with more than 650,000 tests worldwide. To find out more, you may visit www.ets.org/TOEFL-ITP. Now, a few reminders, the TOEFL test will take 3 hours, including the additional instructions by the proctor, distribution of test materials, and checking of your school IDs. Make sure that you have your IDs with you. If no ID, present a proof of enrollment or registration in your school. No need to bring your pens or pencils. We will be the one to provide that on the day of the test. For other concerns that you may have, please send us an email via helpdesk.hopkins@gmail.com. And that concludes our orientation. Thank you, everyone.